Hello designers, welcome to Codeps Apparel. My name is Debbie Girls Power. So in today's tutorial, we'll learn how to make an 8 pieces blouse with zipper at the front. So this is what you'd like to learn. Kindly sit back and enjoy the drafting class. So guys, the next thing we'll go ahead and do, go ahead and mark out our shoulder. My shoulder is 16 divided by 2. I'll be having 8 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark out 8 inches for my shoulder. Then for my chest line is 9 inches. I will divide my bust circumference divided by 4 plus 2.5 inches to give me 9 inches. And I'll take my straight ruler and connect it. So guys, once I've done that, I'll go ahead and mark out my bust point, which is 11.5 inches. So I'll mark my 11.5 inches and I'll also go ahead and rule this up. So once I've done this, I'll also go ahead and mark out my under bust length. My under bust length is 40.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark out 40.5 inches and I'll also go ahead and rule this. So designers, I'll also go ahead and mark out my waist length. My waist length is 18 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark out 18 inches for my waist length. Once I've marked out my waist length, my full length is 26 inches. So the next we'll go ahead and do, go ahead and mark out our shoulder, which is 8 inches. I'll mark the 8 inches to my chest line and I'll rule a straight line. Now this will be my armhole line. So once I've ruled my armhole line, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and come in by 3 inches. Then I'll come down by 3 inches. Our 8 pieces top is going to have a collar, so 3 by 3 is very okay. So the next thing, on my armhole line, I'll come down by 1.5 inches and I'll connect it to the tip of my neck width. So once I'm done connecting, I'll go ahead and divide what I have left. I'm having 7.5 inches. I'll divide it into 2 equal halves. Once I've done that, I will come in by 0.75 inches. I will take my straight ruler and connect it to the tip of my armhole. Then also I'll go ahead and mark my bust circumference, which is 40 divided by 4. It will give me 8 inches. I'll take my armhole curve and rule my armhole like so. So once I've done that, I'll go ahead and mark out my waist circumference. My waist circumference is 36 divided by 4. I'll be having 9 inches. I will add extra 1.5 inches for my dart intake. Then I'll go ahead and connect it to my bust point. Once I've done that, I will take my curve ruler and connect it to my M line like so. So guys, watch the way I'm placing my curve ruler. Just go ahead and curve it to give me that shape at the side. Once I've done that, I'll go ahead and mark out my bust span measurement. My bust span measurement is 8 inches divided by 2. I'll be having 4. I'll go ahead and mark out 4 inches for my bust span measurement, which is my nipple to nipple measurement. And I'll go ahead and rule a straight line. Then on my waistline, I'll come in by 0.75 on both sides. This is my dart intake for my waist. And I'll go ahead and roll this up like so. Once I've done that, I will connect the both, that I will extend my dart leg to the M line. So once I've extended my dart leg, I'll go ahead and mark out my bust dart. Now on my bust line, I'll come down by 2 inches and I'll go ahead and connect it to my bust point. Now this is my bust dart. So once I've marked out my bust dart, the next thing I'll go ahead and do, I'll go ahead and divide my shoulder slant into 2 equal halves. Now, once I've divided it into 2 equal halves like so, I'll make a point there and I'll use my straight ruler to connect it to my bust point. So once I'm done connecting it to my bust point, next thing I'll go ahead and do, now it's time for us to alter our basic bodice block. I'll go ahead and cut out my pattern like so. So once I've cut out my pattern, I'll go ahead and slash my shoulder dart to my bust point. Now make sure that when I'm slashing my shoulder that I will not cut through the bust point. I will just slash it closer to the bust point a little like so. Then also once I've done that, I'll go ahead and close my bust that. So I'll go ahead and use my pin to pin up my bust dart like so, because I will still remove my pin for my bust dart. The next thing I'll go ahead and do, I'll go ahead and measure what I have as my dart opening, my shoulder dart opening. So I'll go ahead and measure it out. And I'm having 3.75 inches. So now I'll divide 3.75 inches into 4, and I'll be having 1.2 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark out 1.2 inches at the line like you see me do. Then once I've measured my 1.2 inches, I'll go ahead and use my straight ruler to connect it to my bust point. Then once I've done that, I'll go ahead and extend my shoulder line like so. Once I've extended my shoulder line, I will take the 1.2 which I added there and place it outside my shoulder line like so. So once I've done that, I'll go ahead and redraw my armhole line. So I'll pick my curve ruler and use my slight curve to connect it to the midpoint of my armhole. Then once I've done that, I'll go ahead and complete my armhole like so. So once I've done that, I'll go ahead and asterisk the former armhole because we won't be using it, we won't be needing it. So once I've done that, guys, I'll go ahead and open up my bust dart. Once I've opened up my bust dart, I'll go ahead and cut through the midpoint of my bust dart like so. So guys, once I've cut through my bust dart, next now I'll go ahead and do, I'll go ahead and close up my shoulder dart. So I'll pick my center front and place it on my new shoulder line dart like so, and I'll use my maxing tape and tape this up like so. So guys, once I've gone ahead to tape this up, I'll go ahead and redraw my shoulder line like so. So once I've redrawn my line, next now I'll go ahead and asterisk my former shoulder line because I won't be using it anymore. So after that, I'll go ahead and tighten my underbust. So my underbust circumference is 35 inches. I'll divide it by 4 and I'll be having 8.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark out 8.5 inches and I'll get what I have. What I'm having left, I'm having 2 inches, and I will divide it unequally and place the larger side at the side front and the smaller side at the center front. Then I'll connect both points to my that leg like so. So on the M line of my center front, I'll come in by half of an inch. Once I've done that, I'll connect my center front that leg like so. So once I've done that, I will take my curve ruler and curve out my curve for both the side front and the center front. So guys, watch the way I'm placing my curve ruler. So guys, just do what I'm doing. Go ahead and place my curve ruler like so. So as I'm done curving for the side front, I'll go ahead and curve out my curve for the center front like so. So once I've done that, the next thing I'll go ahead and connect my princess that bustier. On my armhole line, I'll come down by 1 inch like so. So I'll come down by 1 inch. Once I've come down by 1 inch, I'll pick my curve ruler and connect it to the 1 inch I came down from my armhole line. So guys, watch the way I'm placing my curve to cover. Make sure you exhaust your curve on your curve ruler. So once I've done that, the next thing I'll go ahead and do, I'll go ahead and open my waist dart to close my bust dart. So guys, once I've opened my waist dart like so, the next thing I'll go ahead and do, I'll go ahead and cut out my my bust point line. Can you see? This is my bust point line. I'll cut it out and I'll place it on top of my bust dart like so. So just watch what I'm doing. So I'll go ahead and place it like so, and I'll use my maxing tape and tape this up like so. So once I've done that, I'll go ahead and blend the sides. Since my side are not blending, I'll just go ahead and blend the side. So we are done with our patterns for the front. I'll go ahead and cut this out like so. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that by the time I post new video, you'll be the first to see it. Also like, comment and share. Subscription is free. So guys, we are done with the front pattern. The next we'll go over to the back like so. So guys, for the back, I'm really gonna need to draft out my full scale basic block for the back. For my neckline, I came in by 3 inches for the width, the same thing for the front, and I'll come down by 1 inch for the back since we're going to fix a collar to the neckline. And I'll pick my slight curve ruler and curve out my neckline as so. So once I've curved out my neckline, on my armhole line from the midpoint, I'll come down by 1 inch the same way we did for the front, and I'll use my slight curve to connect my armhole for the back. You don't need to you don't need to curve your armhole too much. The back does not have a curve. Just use your slight curve and curve it like you see me do. So once I've gone ahead to curve it like so, can you see I went ahead to also blend it. I also go ahead and tighten my center back to avoid zipper body. So once I've come in by 1 inch, I will go ahead and connect it upward and also downward like you see me do, like so. So once I've gone ahead to do that, the next thing I'll go ahead and do, I'll go ahead and return the 1 inch I took out for my center back. I'll return it on my waistline for my side back, and I'll go ahead and connect it like so. So guys, use your curve ruler to connect for the side of your side back. So once we are done with this, the next thing we'll go ahead and do, we'll go ahead and asterisk the former side line because we don't need it anymore. So I'll just go ahead and cut out my back pattern pieces because we are done for the back. So once we have cut it out, the next we'll just go ahead and alter our pieces to an 8 princess dart bustier, an 8 pieces princess dart bustier, like so. So guys, I'll go ahead and label my back pattern like so. So once I've done that, I'll get a piece of paper and place it at my waistline. Guys, watch carefully the way I'm placing it. I place a piece of paper at my waistline, then I use my pin to secure the piece of paper that I placed to my waistline for my center back. So once I've done that, I'll go ahead and cut out the excesses I'm having on the M line because I won't be needing it. So once I've cut out the SXs for the M line, I'll go ahead and mark out 2 inches. You can as well do 1.5. So I'll go ahead and mark out 2 inches for the M of my center front towards the paper I attached, and I'll connect straight a straight line to the 2 inches I came out. So when I'm connecting, I make sure I connect from my waistline. So once I'm done connecting to my waistline, on the line that we wrote, I'll come up by half of an inch. I'll go ahead and use my curve ruler to curve it. Now, the reason why we are coming up by half of an inch is prevent our 6 pieces flare to be pointy. So we want it to be very flare. That is why we came up by half of an inch. So I'll just go ahead and cut out like so. And this is what it looks like. So I'll go over to the side and do the same thing. I'll pick up a piece of paper, place it at my waistline, then I'll use my pin to secure both the up and on my waistline. So once I've done that, I'll go ahead and cut out the excesses I have at the M line. So I'll go ahead and rule the excesses out, and I'll use my scissors to cut it out. So once I'm done cutting it out, the next thing I'll go ahead and do, I'll go ahead and mark out 2 inches like I did for the center back. So I'll mark out my 2 inches like so. So guys, once I've marked out my 2 inches, I'll also go ahead and connect it to my waistline for my center back like so. So once I've done that, on that line, I will come up by half of an inch like so. Then I'll connect it to my M line like so. So just watch carefully the way I'm connecting it and do the same thing. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. So I'll repeat this process for the side and also for the front, and you will see what it will look like. So designers, this is what the back looks like. I'll go over to the front and repeat the same process, and I will show you guys. So guys, this is my front piece. I'll just go ahead and still repeat the same thing like the way I did for the front. So by the time I'm done, I'll bring the final result so that you guys can see what both looks like. So guys, this is what the front looks like. So you can see the shape it gives. So this is how the front looks like. I'm gonna add to extend the side of both my center front and the side front, and this is what it looks like. So guys, I'll go ahead and bring the back and show you what it looks like. So guys, this is the back. So I've already gone ahead to do the same thing for the back also. I've gone ahead to extend the sides, as you can see, and this is what it's looking like. So guys, the next we go ahead and do, go ahead and transfer to our fabric. So in our next class, I'll be showing you how to make this 8 pieces blouse. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share and like, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that when I post new video, you'll be the first to see it.